MrYorkieLoverFitness.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the first man to build 21-inch biceps, drug-free.
My friend Kevin Levrone, a terrific body, and he stopped training. His deltoids were as big as coconuts. Fascinated me. But I didn't know him when he's competing. I knew him after he gave up competing. Because then he came down to the store and he wanted to talk to me. That's what I like about my history. Guys want to talk to me. Guys want to know what I have to say. Because they know I have a resume. I didn't go to him, he came to me. And he was talking to me, you know, talking about the days of bodybuilding and so forth and so on. And what shocked me is he had no semblance of the way he looked when he was in shape. I looked at him, he didn't look much better than a lifeguard. I said, holy shit. And we got a lot of conversations. We talked about diet, the steroids, and he says that because of the drugs, he was able to train his arms and his body twice in the same day. Astounding, absolutely astounding. I mean, it's unheard of without the drugs. And then he says, but his marbles, that's it. He said his balls shrunk to marbles. I mean, as big as marbles. And you know why? You know what? The drugs took over his body completely. His natural production of hormones was shut down. The drugs took over. But you see, my friends, when the drugs take over, the body goes to sleep. There's no muscle memory, there's nothing. Because the drugs is what the body's operating on. That's why when you stop taking it, you literally disappear. You literally like you never had them. And he was telling me the protein, and then he gave me a list of the drugs that he took. My friends, I'm not really what you call learning, because that's not learning to me. It's fascinating to me. You know, I mean, I'm not learning about steroids, because what I never need to learn about them, I'm not going to use them. I don't see any long-term benefit in using them. So I'm really not interested. But till I really got into details with Kevin Levrone, I got into details. And you know, these guys, that's what I like about these guys. They're not phonies and hypocrites. Oh, I never took them. You know what I mean? That's what I like about him, Rich Piana and other guys that admit it and talk about it and explain to what happens. When I saw his body, I said, wow. I think I got some pictures I took with him, and I'll see if I can dig them up and put them on online. But in any case, the reason I'm making this video about him, because he wanted, when he was talking to me at the time, he had enough of the drugs and the training and all that, and he wanted to go into acting. You know, he wanted an acting career. But you know, I mean, I didn't think that was as easy as he thought. It didn't work out. So now I haven't spoken to him in over a year. And then I hear now he's making a comeback. And I'll tell you something. It broke my heart when I heard it, because I know he's going back to the juice. He still looks young and viable. It ages you. It wears you out. And I'm saying to myself, I haven't spoken. I got to call him. I haven't spoken to him yet. Because, you know, I got so many things to do, and it's not number one. Because, I mean, he's making a comeback. I don't know what he's making a comeback into. You know, he knows a comeback can only be back into the steroids, and those guys are ahead of him now. They're into the heavy stuff more than he used. They into this real stuff. They got this stuff injected into the muscle. I mean, it's crazy today. And the point is, you know, there's been levels of steroid use. You can see it in the body. There was the Lee Haney days. There were days where the guys, their bodies were still recognizable as distinct. Today is not. They use growth hormones and everything you shake a stick at. Hey, that's the way it is. That's what they call. They call it progress, but I don't call that progress. When you destroy your body, that's not progress. But you know, it's like anything else. People destroy their body with dope. If that's what you want, and I'm not equating the two, but if you want to, hey, all of the guys that are using the drugs, even the earlier drugs, all of my friends, they're gone. Oh, Big Mouth is still here because I never used them. And I'll tell you, fate saved my life because I'd be dead too. I wouldn't be able to be blabbing to you guys about my experience and what I've learned and what I know. If I had been able, or if I wasn't smashed up in my early years and couldn't compete, I would have been just as driven as these guys are because I love bodybuilding. But when I heard that Kevin, I felt sad because he knew what it did to his body. His balls came back, he told me. The doctors, of course, you know, they're in one-track mind. They say he done killed his body. He'll never see his balls again. But the body's so resilient. I love the body. The body tries so hard to help you. Even though you may be crazy, the body says, I'm not. And the body tried. So his balls returned. Now he's going to go and shrink them again. And you know something, I don't know if you can shrink your balls too many times. But I saw and admire. He came to the store about 4 times when I was in the retail business. I so enjoyed talking to him. How candid he was. But you know, he had to be candid with me because I know what I'm in the game, I know. He wasn't gonna sit there and bullshit me. And of course it's mine to bullshit me. You only bullshit these guys that pick you up on YouTube, don't know the ass from granola, and you telling them sugar and they believe it because there's nobody else around. So they don't come to me. These guys that talk to me don't come to me with bullshit. I just didn't know that they had such. When I first heard of steroids, it was just Dianabol. One, took it orally. Now, my God, it was mind-boggling to me when he made that list. Absolutely. But I got to get in touch with him. I'm a little bit sad he says he's making a comeback. But I guess, you know, he didn't make it in the movies, and you need something. You want attention. That's what you build your body for. You want attention. People clap for you, look good, and you want that. But I know he's going back into the juice, and I feel bad. I got to get in touch with him. But that's why I made that video. It's because I heard Kevin Levrone is making a comeback, and I said, "Oh no, not today." And he wasn't using. He didn't mention growth hormones when we were talking. So I don't think he was using that then. That was the 2-3 periods back. Because they're getting more and more outlandish as time goes on. But I don't want him going back to that. He made his mark. Don't shorten your life. I got to get to it. Okay, my friends. To be continued.
Wait a minute. Before you click away, I want you to subscribe, like, comment, hell, even dislike if you want to. At least do something before you get out of here.